All right, here we go. So Rontez went on IR. Khalil won't practice today with the knee. Mosley, the groin. 26 will be limited. Henry limited. Beecham limited. Herndon limited. Neville limited. Jenkins limited. McClendon, DT, and Winters all limited. And then Darryl Roberts got hurt yesterday. Hurt his calf, non-contact injury. Won't practice today. Not really sure his availability for the game. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
Who do you have at corner to replace him? Who would have cared?
Well, we got to, I mean, obviously we just claimed a guy.
Right. Like,
You know,
can he play Sunday? I mean,
we'll find out. Got Arthur, Brian. You know, both those guys have played nickel primarily, but then we're just working through that.
What was the timing of because you claimed the guy yesterday? So
Yeah, it was,
knowing that
we didn't.
Roberts was,
no.
it was just happenstance. Do you have to add another quarterback at this point before the game because you only have 4?
We might have to. We got time to work all this out. Obviously, we got to make a decision on Bless as well, on Thursday, which is today. So.
Speaking of Bless, where do you guys kind of stand on him right now?
Yeah, I mean, he's done a good job in practice and just doing everything he can to get himself ready. So we'll just kind of see how it goes today, and as far as what they want to do upstairs. Obviously, the situation we're in, you know, we need anybody that knows the defense. So that's we'll kind of see how that goes. But I mean, hopefully we can get him up. Hopefully everything's good, and you know that'll give us another guy.
Is he in or somewhere near approaching football shape at this point after 3 weeks?
Oh yeah, I mean he's been good since he's been on the practice field, and all he did was run basically from April till the day that he was able to go out and practice. He's in great shape.
Adam, how was the injury described to you?
Calf injury. The words "pull" were not used. I just don't want to count. You know, he obviously players always think I can get through this. I can figure out a way to play. So, you know, it's just I don't know his availability right now.
You sound like.
Yeah, I mean I'm not.
Optimistic.
I just know that those are tough ones to come back from that fast.
are you year like this with injuries?
Yeah, the last 2 years. I mean, yeah, I mean, different positions. You know, this has been more like necks, shoulders, things like that. Not really, like this is like the first soft tissue thing I can really think of outside of Chris.
Mosley.
You know, Mosley was the first game in a game, so those are a little different. You know, it's just been different every year as far as like what the areas. You know, you kind of look at it, especially at the end of the year, of like, hey, are we doing something that is hurting us or helping? Like, what do we need to look at? So it's a constant trying to figure out how can we prevent this kind of stuff.
With Rontez, is it his hip or his neck that landed him on IR?
Both. I mean, the neck was the newer one, but the hip was. I mean, he's been playing through that. Who knows how long?
Is that a surgical situation?
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that.
Adam, do you like from a player's? You're not a player, but like from a player's perspective through the years, do you buy into the notion of a revenge game? Obviously, Leo is playing you guys shortly after being traded.
It's hard. That's hard for me to say. I think everybody looks at it different. I mean, some guys that might do something for them. Some guys don't care. They play it because it's the next game. I really can't speak for how he would feel about it. I mean, I know he would love to get something going, get a sack or tackle for a loss. I'm sure he wants to play well.
Have you like motivated guys on your side who are going up against their former teams to get them up? Maybe it's just something you say in practice.
No, I mean I've never really used that before. I've seen some guys get distracted, worried about playing a former team, kind of get their minds kind of taken out of place of what we need them to focus on. So I always just try to go faceless, nameless opponent, and try to just focus on doing their job.
With a guy like him who was here so recently, do you have to be mindful that he kind of knows what you're doing and adjust the game plan accordingly? Or?
I mean, we're aware that he's practiced against us quite a bit, and heard a lot of different terms and things like that. We just always got to be smart about that.
Do you have to change your audibles and so forth?
Maybe, Rich.
That would be a smart thing.
Yeah. That's bright right there.
Did anything happen with Herndon? Like you said, he might have been fully yesterday, and then he's limited. Is he?
Well, I mean, we're being see how the next day goes. He felt good yesterday. He looked good yesterday, he looked different to me yesterday. Like he looked like way more confident running. He was bursting, like we saw burst. You kind of saw a little more of what you saw in training camp. Where the week before, I felt like he was almost like holding back. Like, can I really juice it up? Yesterday was the first time that he looked like the guy I saw in the spring and in training camp. So, we're just going to keep going along one day at a time and see how he feels today, and then see how he feels the next day, and then once we get to Sunday, then hopefully we get him back out there.
Do you think that Le'Veon's still on the right path here for Sunday?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe he was really sore yesterday. That was the first time I was like watching him kind of move around. I could tell like that shot that he took it banged him up pretty good. Kind of like that knee ankle area. So, but he said it'll be all right for today. They said once he got going yesterday when he was trying to move around, he felt better. So, hopefully we'll see what he looks like today, and hopefully we can just keep progressing through the week.
Greg has always been known as a guy who does a lot of stuff on defense, exotic stuff. How much has he been impacted by, just the shortage of personnel, the injuries, as he's had to streamline?
Well, if you ask him, he's not going to ever make excuses for anything. I mean, going on his third set of inside linebackers, that's never ideal. I think it forces kind of his hand to lean on other things and stay away from certain defenses. I think he's done a good job of trying to use our personnel the best way he can. Just a lot of guys been in and out for him, especially recently. Earlier in the year, not so much, but as of late, it seems like he's got a different lineup every week.
You complimented Janoris just yesterday. On the other side, the rookie Bakers really have some struggles. Is that a potential opportunity for you guys to go in that direction?
Yeah, I mean, when you have a guy like Janoris on one side, you're going to get targets on the opposite side, and there's been some times where you can see you're a rookie and you get thrown a whole bunch of different concepts at you, and you think you're right, and then all of a sudden something else happens, and I'm sure the coach is like, nope, you got to do this, and this should be your rule, and you got to, there's a lot of things he's probably haven't seen, and that's kind of, you got to play through those type of things, and we'll kind of see how they play us. I'm not exactly sure. They've kind of done some different stuff throughout the year. Each team's been a little different how they've played them, so we got to kind of see what's the theme for us. So, if I could tell you, yeah, it's gonna be cover one the whole game. Then if it's him and Robbie or something, then maybe that's an opportunity for us to have a matchup against him. But I don't know how they're gonna play us.
Take up more. Neville's been limited for a while in practice.
He hasn't been cleared to go the contact that he needs to be able to go for a game.
Do you have any idea of when that will be?
No.
Did he had a neck injury in Miami?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that playing into this then?
I'm not sure.
Everybody good?
Thanks, Tom.